How's the life in hostel? Being a day scholar, I'm very envious of hostels.
There are some things specific about hostels which you miss.
You can't just keep on working and working without any fuel. You will end up burnt out.
Forgot about the Lit Fest, Love Fest at Chitkara University. Yeah, these were the things. When you ask about my work-life balance, entertainment is necessary.
Managing a group team of people is something that I have learned working in the club. The expectation that we have from universities is that we will go into engineering and the studies is the only thing we will ever do.
It gave me the platform for the event management. Initially, the course itself, I'm graduating from Chitkara. Let me tell you one thing. Don't talk about Unity game engine in front of this guy.
It's not that big of an issue, but it's better if you don't mention in front of me. So
I guess you should tell them what happened in the community.
So yeah,
that is the main point.
So Unity game engine is something, I won't go into details, but you just use it for making AR or VR or just games. It's a physics engine. But what happened was that we are working on something called Rise, as I mentioned, and during the prototyping, I came across an error, which was something wasn't built for Unity, and I went to the community asking कि यार ये चीज़ नहीं हो रही मेरे से, how do I do this? And they were like, तो करना क्यों चाह रहा है ये चीज़ को? And after that, I was like sitting there thinking कि why am I even here? Why am I trying to do this, which is impossible?
So why were you there? How we ended up here? Like at that point, the senior developers are scolding you, right?
Yeah,
in the community.
They were like, why are you trying
but
to do
it was our first sem, I guess, in December, the Coding Ninjas Club.
The Coding Ninjas Club. I think we had our first discussion in Picasso block.
Yeah.
Picasso.
Pulitzer Hall.
Right?
We were there, and our senior mentioned something about research, and we were
he told me to go and
let's make something, some sort of AR app for education for the student. The buzzword AR. Well, we were so into it. Like how we ended up with this name also. It was quite a story.
To it.
Remember, we were like just adding up the name AR to any kind of word.
Physics AR, study AR, education
Blend AR, blend XR, then Arise.
Then we came across Arise.
How we are solving the problem. We were just leveling up the students, and this is Arise.
Yeah.
Capitalizing the AR word in the AR letters. But afterwards, like in the first sem, I didn't know you much.
I don't think we were like just members of the club. We knew each other, but we weren't friends or anything or working on anything.
So at that point, when our senior introduced you, I was like a bit skeptical how I will work with you and how we'll end up making a good prototype that we can fund, take funds on.
I had doubts too as well. I thought that I might not be as compatible with you as I am now.
I guess those are the events we organized which changed everything. The hackathons.
Yeah. We learned to work with each other.
But the hackathons, coming up to the hackathon, you remember that Gujarat one?
The Gujarat hackathon. The infamous Gujarat
hackathon. Arise was the first project when we presented there.
Yeah.
It was the first time presentation of Arise.
First pitch of Arise.
We failed.
Pretty badly. I think we had the prototype ready, but we lacked a lot in our presentation. We weren't able to put our idea across with us.
But I guess the presentation was fine, but they didn't get the prototype.
Yeah, that only. We weren't able to explain our ideas, that what we are trying to do.
But no, see, the judges over there, they were like, it's not, we are not getting it, why are you doing this and all. We have, ever since we have faced this challenge only, why are we going into offline?
Yeah,
so I guess you should tell the audience what is Arise.
Yeah, so Arise is nothing but an AR educational lab. There are plenty of AR educational apps out there, but what we do difference is that you don't need internet to access our app. And if you need to download it, it's not like gonna be of GBs due to the content and all. It's gonna be of only a few KBs or MBs at max, because all of the data comes locally from the storage device. You buy our book, you get an SD card with it, you add it to your phone, and then the app directly refers the content from that SD card. That's it. That's Rise in a nutshell.
And don't mention about your novelty. The main part we made it. So there's no app in this world right now that takes external media storage as the capable for the file storing system. We built this Arise with something unique. The novelty is that we are using external storage media to access the videos and the 3D models used by the apps, that students can just scan the image targets in their normal NCRT books or any book they are reading, and they can just read or visualize the whole thing. Like say there is something DNA diagram in the NCRT book of class 10th and 11th.
Just an atom diagram, I guess.
Yeah,
Anything
atoms,
related to visualize
anything.
as well.
You can visualize anything that we can make. What was the next thing we did?
I guess we did raise after that. Directly after.
The theater fest at
The
Chitkara
theatre
University.
fest.
It was great experience.
So I guess
But
that during that time only we got to know each other better.
it was a,
Before that, we were just working
it was
together.
great, and we remember those nights when we have to submit some Arise videos, the prototype.
Prototypes, we were up till 3 a.m. working.
It was 8 p.m. I guess. I got call from our mentor, and he was like, just make a video of your prototype and send it me. I have to give it to the investors.
I remember, that time you told me to get a book so that we can show it. And I went to the library and they were like, we can't issue a book to you now. I was like, you can keep my phone, you can keep my ID card, just give me a book. I returned in 5 minutes. मुझे बस book दे दो.
But the book we got, the book was this thing.
This thing, yeah.
And we were like, just find a relevant diagram for it so that we can
Found
pitch
a
it to the investor. So we ended up finding some signal diagram, I guess,
Yeah,
for
it was
the.
something circular, I don't remember.
It was something circular for the signaling purpose. The book was of physics something, and we were mentioning about laws of reflection in that prototype.
Like this physics, let's do this.
Let's go with physics. We didn't care whether it's like signal or whether it's light or whatever it was. Coming up, light, physics. Oh, by the way, Adish, how you get interested in science and this non-medical stuff?
Let's say there are two parts, to it. One is the research and sciencey part, and the one is the CSE part. That why did I opt it as a career option? Career option. There are two different things. So science, you could say, I don't really have a moment. I was like sitting and then I decided science. Science is the best for me. It was something I did from beginning as a child. From first class or third class.
Like
when we get
you liked logic, I guess, maths or science.
Science, I guess, more physics and chemistry. They did incite me. But CSE was a different option. And
Okay.
like the most parents, how children say, that the parents forced us into this. We want to be an engineer. I wanted to be an engineer. My parents wanted me to do commerce or something. But I was like, nope.
Okay, the typical business family.
Banya family.
Banya family. Okay. And but like my interest, how I ended up in CSE or say science. I was a bit average student, in 6th, 7th, it was like grade A, 75, 80. But there was this mentor in my 8th class, 9th class who pushed me well. I got some confidence and reached up to that 90 scale, I guess. It was something good. And my 8th class was the one standard that helped me very much, like in the field of science. I discovered something called light years at that time. There was this uncle whom I asked, what's this, what we call light year? What are these astronomical units? And that's how I got into science. Then it was just a call, I have to be engineer. I like computer so much. I like IoT. I like robotics.
You do like IoT and robotics, but what if there were no such thing as coding or IoT or robotics?
There was no science in my life. Yeah, then I would have chosen karate. I played it very much at nationals and international at that time, and I left it just because of science only. I was studying it. I liked science so much that I left it. Then it was just my hobbies, like sometimes cooking or swimming. What are yours?
I think my primary hobby has to be astronomy, but again, as you mentioned, cooking is something I really do enjoy.
I know you have a like telescope in your house?
I do have a telescope with me.
You spend time
I do spend some weekends
gazing over those bright stars. So, what do you think about those? Like, there are some planets.
Yeah, actually, astronomy or astrophysics is a field that does interest me a lot. But again, I do not find it as, not as something I could have a career in.
This was our first prototype in Arise too. You know, we were at a research department at Chitkara University, and we were like, how to learn Unity. We didn't know.
We agreed to the project. We were like, yeah, we can make this, we can do this, and we didn't even have an idea about what Unity is or anything else.
But Unity is a vast software. It's like it requires a team. We both were like
It's very awesome.
freshers and didn't know कि क्या चल रहा है, how to do this, how to do that. Just went on YouTube and like browsing,
I remember
surfing it.
searching about local file server, local model fetching, and there were no results.
That was later on. Before that, you forgot about those solar system AR apps while we were scanning the
actually,
targets.
I remember
There was this one video only.
I followed tutorial. It was on free code camp, I guess. Then help us make
So,
it.
we didn't get any tutorial. There was no resources for Unity online. It's just their documentation or
Documentation,
few
especially for the
tutorials.
thing that we were trying to build. It was never done before, so it was obviously
Novelty
different and
takes some
resources.
time and I guess some research. That's why.
Yes, it does take some time.
But right now, I guess we see we can build something.
Yeah,
like
we
that.
have probably built the. I guess we are in the final stage of the app right now.
Next thing, like what are we doing? We are just prototyping it. We'll be done in
We are
1
like
month.
at a proof of concept stage that we can take it on a stage and have some funding and then get it in production.
Before that, I guess prototyping is necessary.
I guess.
And I think we are left with much right now.
No, I think the major part isn't even we have built the functionality, but we don't have the content for it. Like the models
That's
or
why,
the videos.
yeah, the
That's-
content is the main thing.
The content is
How
the
will
main thing.
students learn if there is no content? We are like, we just have made some few 3D models of like DNA or heart or something else, but we have to make it for like a full whole chapter, whole book of a particular subject, say class 10th. Rhetoric.
And yeah, because we do need a team for that can build 3D models or something like that. I can build the AR functionality that you scan this image and the model pops up in front, but I need the model for someone to make the model, and that is a time-taking task.
Yeah, for that we just hired someone. Like
But that
we were on our social media handles and posting these stories or status like
for a startup,
hiring for startup. We need content creators. We need content
you
writers.
won't be paid though.
It won't be paid. We are not funded yet, but we will. We promise.
Money will pay you good money.
Yeah, we will pay you once we get some money in our hands. I got around and around like 200 messages for that particular story.
And
Like,
then people ask me to this.
I know Blender, I know 3D, I know Autodesk, and we can make everything you want. But I was like, okay, buddy, wait, we can't pay you right now.
Everyone pay is a major thing. We need to pay. We can't just force someone to work for a startup
Yeah,
just
but
because we want.
yeah, that is also a thing. But we got some like-minded people with us. See, our juniors, they are like, yeah, bhaiya, we are with you. Just we liked your concept, we liked your idea, and we are with you, and we will do this. So I guess Akshat is the one who is
we have a
working.
few juniors,
We are having few juniors.
which we can look forward to, including in the team.
How do you see this arise, a startup, in like 5 months, 1 year, 5 years?
No, there was a curve to it. Once we started, we discussed this project in Pulitzer Hall, as you mentioned. The first sentence was, we have to make an educational AR app with local data fetching. At that moment, I was like, yeah, sure, let's do it.
This is
I
easy.
didn't know what is AR, I didn't know what is local data fetching, but I was like, yeah, let's do it. So we did start at first. I think it took us for like around 5 to 6 months just for a simple app.
Yeah, I remember it. It was 2024 Jan when we were first introduced to the concept.
Yeah.
Like we came up with this idea of building AR app with localized storage system, and then it took the first prototype I made was Euphoria engine.
Yeah, before you as well.
It
Because
was-
we
it was-
couldn't use it due to the local data.
We were
fetching.
not able to do something for AR.
But I think the part was that I wasn't really into Arise in the starting. I did have my doubts like, is it gonna work out? Is it really a viable idea?
Initially, we had our doubts.
some
Yeah.
doubts a lot. But I still do sometimes when I'm working. I'm
But
like,
then, after discussing with professors at Chitkara University, it cleared a lot. Like
Yeah.
the fog in my mind was a bit cleared. I know where I have to go. and what I have to do with this app, with this product, with this startup. And that was the final thing I needed. Just because many people, 50% of people were saying, yeah, this is not a good idea. And why do you need some offline functionality in age of AI or internet? Everyone is having internet. But yeah, buddy, in India, there are still people, the Delhi slums or Mumbai
There's
slums.
an educational gap between even in the rural cities and in
Urban areas, yeah, there is
educational
there
gap.
is a gap.
And as you said, our professors did play a major role in guiding us, because usually I find myself that I'm working on something, then I doubt myself, and then I'm like, yeah, let's not do this.
I guess this was a good thing that we discussed with everyone senior to us about this idea. And we were not like, this is our idea. You will patent it or how about patent? So, what was your first pie form?
First patent. So it was with the
First, tell
professor,
about what is a pie form to the audience, I guess.
PyForm is something that is provided by Chitkara University to you. So basically, when you want to form a patent, there are some questions you have to answer and some diagrams you have to submit. Usually, it is a very long process, a very long process. Some you have to get a lawyer involved and whatnot. But Chitkara University makes it very easy. You just have to fill a form. It has 6 questions. Fill it, and submit it, and you can get a patent free of cost as well.
Yeah, patent is filed, and then if it's a unique, it's a novel, and there's some novelty, it will be granted as well. It's quite easy process.
Quite easy process, I'll say.
Afterwards, then we went into research and everything. So, how was your first PyForm experience?
First PyForm experience. So I guess it was in first sem when I first came across the PyForm. It was with a professor from in the DICE department.
Okay.
And I made a project, and we were a team of 6 people, and we worked on a project for a fleet management system.
You're telling me you filled your first PyForm in your first sem?
Yeah, I did fill my first. The project was about the Chitkara University offers travel.
Yeah.
Travel. So it was about that, managing the buses and all that, where a bus is at a given moment. And if anything bad happens, we should have a recording or a proof of what was happening in the bus at that moment.
Sort of like black box in airplanes?
Yeah, technically it's black box in airplanes, but for buses.
For buses.
But for buses. That is what I worked on in my first sem. But what were you doing?
Innovation at Chitkara for Chitkara.
Yes.
And then we can scale it up for the world. Yeah.
But what were you doing in your first sem?
First sem. So I got in Chitkara and I was like, yeah, I have to do ICPC coding contest and like I have to get a master in DSA and
internships
and then
DSA.
No, it was just an ICPC, the Olympics of coding.
Yes.
Yeah, my dream was that only. Then I got to know about clubs. My first interview and it went well. I got selected in this Coding Ninjas club and I was like, yeah, give it a try. I organized planned events, implemented and executed those. There I met one of my seniors and he told me about research. What is research? Why do we need it? And what difference can we make with it? So afterwards, I started with it. I did some conferences. My first research conference was in first sem only, and I was with other PhD scholars, and I was the only undergrad presenting my research paper over there, and yeah, that was it.
It's a thrilling experience. No, but I think it's a thirst, because in club there were many students apart from us, but the seniors came to us because we asked them. No, they were working before us. We went to them that we also want to do something.
Hey, I guess this is necessary. When you want something, you have to reach out for it.
Yeah.
Right now, also, you remember that we talked with Crafton, head of people. He came to Chitkara University at this podcast of his, where we were like, yeah, just listen to them. And then I got to know he works in AR and VR. I just pinged him on LinkedIn. I sent a connection request, and then I was like, sir, I am co-founder at Chitkara University for this startup Arise, and we are making this, and this is how we are solving some kind of problem for the students. Mind giving us a chance to pitch it to you? And he was like, yeah, sure. And that went real well.
That was a big moment, that gave us affirmation that we are doing something right.
Yeah.
That one message from LinkedIn, and that one message.
One message can change your whole life.
Yeah,
one email can change your whole life, right? Now, like all the emails we did to all the funders and
all. There were a lot of setbacks as well, because our first pitch that we gave for a funding, if you remember.
We failed.
Yeah, you might want to explain to the audience what happened.
Well, the first pitch we were like, our presentation was, we changed it, modified our presentation in last 20 minutes, and we submitted it initially. So there were two presentations, the old one and the modified one. The organizers were having the old one, and we were like preparing for the modified one, just cause we know that we can ask them to change it, but they didn't. Obviously, for the obvious reason, they are the organizers. They have to see all the things and all. And then I was just explaining this app, and Adish was,
Yeah, I
you were
remember
like,
we were standing on the stage, we were speaking and looking at the presentation, it wasn't matching. I was like, why are
oh my
you
god.
looking?
And then
And the judges asking us the questions.
the judges were asking sort of questions like those
But
questions. I got my brain rolled. Oh my god, those questions. Like, how can I explain the difference between video and
And
a
a 3D
3D
model.
model?
the difference is visual.
But
Like,
these are the things, I guess, basics are checked before any kind of funding. I guess investors want something out of us from the startup founders, because there are things that investor have to make sure that he is investing in the right place, in the right people, the team or the startup. So yeah, that's it. But there were many things in the first sem: the club, academics, and startup and research, and then our own personal goals. How did you manage?
yeah, actually, that is the question I wanted to ask you because whenever I came across, let's say exam seasons come and
Yeah.
we are not the ones to study beforehand. We know that tomorrow
Obviously.
is my Python exam and today I'm opening what is Python.
Engineering life, basic engineer, you.
So I usually start stress out at that times. I'm like, done. मेरे से नहीं होगा. But how do you manage? Because I think you do it better than me.
Yeah, I have been in this thing, time management, all from my like class grade 6 and 7, just because I was interested in sports, and parents were like, you have to do academics too, you have to get good grades, the typical Asian families. And then I was like, okay, let's do one thing, make a timetable. But those timetable doesn't work anytime. I used to make new timetable every second week and never followed one. But afterwards, it was some time of some sort of routine, because there are things that you have to make sure when you are doing multiple things, multitasking. I remember I used to wake up at 4 a.m. and then go to sports or the academy for karate, and then going to school, came back and then do my homework, again going to play something outside, and yeah, then afterwards I got into IoT and these robots. There were some things that, there were some sort of motors inside of toys.
Yeah.
I used to take them out and take some battery and
Into
just,
battery and then bottom spin, right?
yeah, both them
Yeah,
spin.
that's
Sometimes insert some sort of fan and install it into a wooden made, cardboard made or sunboard made boat, and just float it into the some sort of water body like a tub or something else. It was quite a fun. But managing life right now, yeah, it's quite hectic. I'm right now. We both know, like you know about me, I know about you. We are managing many things. There should be some routine.
Sometimes life gets in the way of your work and sometimes work gets in the way of your life. It goes hand in hand.
But I guess there is one thing that I make sure of. There is this priority list of mine. I know what I have to do it this week, or I know when I have to schedule the meetings, at what time I am free, what time I can put it up in my calendar, or everything. So now coming to that question of yours, Python. Was it engineering? We are engineers, and we do everything except engineering. I agree that. I completely agree to that.
Yeah,
Because
I think
we are into organizing. You were the one who we met in our events team, right? How do you see all these things? So what have you done except from engineering in your past 2 years or past?
first two is except engineering. I won't say anything major I did because most of the time we were occupied with projects. I did make some other projects as well.
Yeah.
We were occupied, but apart from engineering, I guess event management is something, or managing the group team of people is something that I have learned working in the club.
Forgot about the Lit Fest, Love Fest
The Love Fest, yes.
at Chitkara University. Yeah, these were the things. When you ask about my work-life balance, entertainment is necessary.
Yes, I think,
You
apart.
need friends. You need some sort of events and fest.
Yeah, I think, it's like, if you're imagining yourself as a car,
Yeah.
You're moving. You need fuel to work.
Yes.
Then that fun and that dopamine is the fuel that you get. You can't just keep on working and working without any fuel. You will end up burnout.
But it is good when you are having multiple cars over you. Like you're not the only single one on the road. Yeah, it is good to drive really fast, scary fast, but sometimes it's fun when you are having friends around you.
Yeah, you have to like limit yourself, or sometimes it feels like they're slowing you down, but you need a team to work with. Teamwork is important.
We had these hackathons. We had these fest at Chitkara, and we also went for like multiple hackathons, interstate, intrastate, and we were like, yeah, there is specifically a round, the fun round or the networking round. There are rounds for us because the organizers also know, the society knows that without entertainment, there's no fun in life, and we can't brainstorm or create something new. You need some sort of entertainment. Dance party at Phosphines, remember our event?
Yeah, you remember the Foss's event, that event is something.
Phosphines, it's a great event.
From a club.
And we were having silent DJ and everyone at 1 a.m. at night, and we were like just rocking on the pop music, and yeah, it was quite fun.
But you mentioned you manage a lot of things.
Yeah.
In studies, but the expectation that we have from universities is that we'll go into engineering, and the studies is the only thing we will ever do. We'll be occupied by studies. But do you think, how does the university help us in it? How did it help you manage all this? Or just get exposed to these things?
In my case, Chitkara University helped like really well, because it gave me the platform for the event management. Initially, the course itself, I am graduating from Chitkara. Obviously, I am undergrad at Chitkara, and then we are we are getting this research department. We are getting the professors, the mentors, and the incubation center at Chitkara.
Yes.
They are helping us to frame a pitch for investors.
Yeah, I guess.
And coming to the future point of view, when I sent you that link 2 days ago, the YC combinator, Y Combinator, that is the best thing I guess our startup can have right now. And I guess we can do that.
We can do that. We will do that. But I think the university offers also gives us, a freedom of thought. Because here I'm not burdened with studies as much as I think I would be in other universities.
Can't agree more. Without everything, there are some friend of mine who are from other colleges, universities, and when I posted that story about I need a 3D modeler or the Blender artist for this specific startup, and they are like, bro, are you doing this? Are you doing a startup? What kind of startup? I was like, yeah, I am doing this Arise and Fast AR learning app, and then they are like, okay, how? Helped by my university, they gave him this and this.
They gave us a platform, they gave us the space to work.
Resources, the Meta Quest and everything is available here for the research. Yeah, and that is another story. We can go into that a bit. But the main point is that they were like, okay, cool, we are not getting this. Because we need specific kind of funding for that. Yeah. I was like, no, we are having these resources. I guess we are grateful for to Chitkara for that.
In our university, it is encouraged for students to to step apart from studies and do something on their own.
Yeah.
To build something or to innovate something. I guess it is a little bit of encouraged here apart from other universities. I talk to my peers, as you mentioned, students from other universities. They are usually complaining about, yeah, we go to the college, we go in our classes, we sit there and we come back. That is the routine for the past 2 years. I now remember the last time I went to a class.
Oh, don't talk about that. We don't encourage anyone.
Yeah, we don't miss our classes, guys.
Yeah, we don't miss our classes. But we do. It is fine when you are missing something, but you are at another place and you are doing something good, or you are doing something better than that thing. When I know that I can do this particular subject in 30 hours, I can give 30 hours directly, and then I can practice some questions. I am able to do some sort of questions, the practice problems, and yeah, so I can skip classes. That's how I manage things also. You asked me about this balancing and all. Yeah, that's how we do.
Yeah, I guess a major part is to divide your work and dedicate it enough time. That if I'm going to do this in 6 hours, I am going to do this in 6 hours. If it takes more, I'm not going to leave it. Because I cannot push other works forward, We have to make it in a priority basis.
But true. That's I guess the main point is this only.
How's
You
the
know,
life in hostel? You know, being a
hostel.
day scholar, I'm very envious of hostels because I think you have more fun than us.
Well, there in my first time, I did everything in hostel. That was some sort of hostel life I saw on YouTube or the.
Be careful, the warden might be watching this.
Okay, fine, fine. The audience is fine. My parents are fine. They are seeing it. They know everything about me. How I went. How what I do at Chitkara University hostel. You know, the meal is good. Although sometimes I get like hectic with my schedule and I am not able to eat. That's another thing. You know, normal day at engineer life. You are waking. You are not sleeping for like 36 hours straight, and you are working on this project only. And yeah,
The hackathon.
but there are some things specific about hostel which you miss.
What is it?
The fest, the stand-up comedy shows. You know,
Don't remind me.
Chitkara University. We are in this auditorium, and there
I see
are
your
some
stories, you know, you put
comics
stories like,
coming
yeah,
up,
now
and
this.
there are some personalities coming over here, and you are having a fun. The hostel life is lit.
I'm very envious of that. You know, I guess it was Abhimanyu Kashyap last time.
Yeah, Abhimanyu
I was
Kashyap.
story like why I'm not there.
Last was that one which I attended,
And there
for
was
obvious
band
reasons.
music shows of the bands.
Yeah,
Recently only, no?
multiple
Vishal,
artists
we had
and
Vishal over
bands.
as well.
We are having everything here. Long story short, we are having
I might
everything.
have to join hostel now.
Well, most welcome. Be my roommate.
So once you mentioned your like time management in life, how do you integrate ChatGPT or other AI tools into it? Or do you not use them?
My daily prompts are like count of 30, 40 now. Like for everything I use ChatGPT or AI or any other search, like AI powered search engines, Perplexity, and many more. Gemini, they are all good. And GPT helps.
GPT.
AI helps.
AI helps. So what are your
Well,
views on the future regarding the job market?
there are some layoffs and major MNCs, 8,000 or 6,000, 9,000, 10,000 per at a time. And but obviously, when AI came into this market and there were some layoffs, there were some replacements, a new market was created. The whole circle of AI came into like light or view when we know that I am a machine learning engineer. I know how to perform, how to predict data or some results in on basis of data, whether it's like stocks or medical or anything, space, stars. It is a good thing. And I guess there are some things that we have to take care about while going with this Arise and AI.
So I think regarding the job markets, it is important to keep track of these AI or do not upskill yourself using these tools. I think it is important.
Yeah,
Because
you know,
with the introduction of AI, a single person is now able to do the work that required 3 to 4 people beforehand. But now a single person can handle that much work. So it is resulting in layoffs, and it is. But so the companies will go for a more viable option and a more economical option.
yeah, actually, this is human nature. When I know that this particular agent or AI tool can help me to do a one-day work in 1 hour, then why would I need a team of 10 other peoples when I can do it alone?
Yeah, exactly. That is the point. But there are people who are against AI. They say that AI will take over the world or something like that.
No,
Do you believe in that?
It is built by us. We know how it's working. We know all the layers. And recently, you know about that Apple research paper, the latest one, when they are claiming there is no reasoning at all in AIs. ChatGPT, the OpenAI, and the DeepSeek, they are all claiming that our models reason. But Apple is claiming who is quite far behind in this AI race, and it is claiming that there is nothing sort of like reasoning in
I
these
think
models.
the reasoning word here is misunderstood a lot. The O3 model, the by ChatGPT, it says that it questions itself. It gives an answer, then it questions itself if the answer is right.
It's not the actual reasoning.
It's not like thinking, sitting and thinking.
There's nothing like thinking right now. We are there's some time when
There
we
is
are
no consciousness to the AI right now.
for the AGI, yeah, general intelligence, general intelligence. It will take some time,
It will.
but it will definitely come. The OpenAI CEO has mentioned it many times. Like he will bring it, and I'm quite in support of it. In fact, maybe we will be introducing a rise. I came up with this idea when we talked earlier.
AI and a rise.
What do you think about it?
It could be something interesting. A rise.ai, like everything else.
Arise.ai. Nice pitch. It can be a nice pitch in front of investors.
Could be, it could be.
Coming to like future point of view.
Any investors watching this, please hit us up.
But I guess let's see what the future holds. I guess there is long way. We have to get serious about our funding. In 3 months, we have to make a
We
launch.
have to acquire funding.
But right now, it seems all brightful and successful.
But I think we can integrate AI and a rise as well. It will make an interesting combination.
It's a great idea.
We can call it a rise.ai.
Arise.ai investors को अच्छा भी लगेगा. Investors will find it good thing.
And
But
anyone watching,
in fact, I am having this idea which I wanted to discuss with you. How about giving some sort of calling option,
yeah, we could, that idea discussed voice over IP or something.
voice over, right? Yeah,
We could do
it's a great idea. Like
Great idea.
how like I can just take out my phone and then we are like call at this particular number. No internet required, and I can talk to an AI and
Agent.
just solve anything. I'm a student. I'm not having access to any internet or say anything else. But I am having a mobile phone and a SIM card.
And it will help us in bridging the educational gap in rural areas. Primary
Yeah.
target, the places
No
where
internet
internet is
required.
not readily available.
I can directly talk to like, hey, what's a photosynthesis?
Yeah.
And the AI in front of that, it's also adding some sort of local audio support.
We could do this over text message as well.
Text messages are still, it
could
it
do
can be
that.
done.
It can be
But
done.
sometimes I think like call is a far better option.
Sometimes, but call we have to text to speech. We have to later that.
Text to speech is fine, but there are multiple now audios and AI models that can speak in same accent, whether it's Punjabi or.
But primarily, SMSs will be easy to implement. I think as a starting point.
It's all about easier to implement, but when we are making it, we are building it for the world. Then I guess
If I think at my plate of work, I see a rise.
we have a lot
Now,
of
we see a rise.ai.
we have a lot of work to do.
Voice over IP.
We have to do something,
There's
we
a
have
lot
to
to do.
end up like this. We have to complete the prototype in next to 1 or 1.5, 2 months, and then pitch it in the third one. We have a lot.
There's
of
a
work
lot to do.
Yeah.
But let's see what the future holds.
It's all bright and successful from this point of view, I guess.
I hope so.
It will be done. No problem with that.